Hey, you're listening to Call the Law by Outkast, featuring Janelle Monáe. It's the highlight of the soundtrack for the 2006 movie Idlewild. And speaking of bizarre choices made by movies starring people who dress like clowns from the future, this week's episode is about in the 80s, people needed trailers to narrate the premise of the movie.
Ghostbusters.
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
They catch the ghost that won't stay dead.
And basically everything that happened to the protagonist.
They hunted him down. They murdered his friends. He must become the very spirit of the Predator.
It was embarrassing. We've moved beyond needing to be told what to think by a man with a voice like a chain smoker, but we apparently still need the key details presented to us in all caps in the same exact blocky font. Oh, and the letters should be shiny so we know where to look. For instance, on July 12th, a new kind of threat from director J.J. Abrams is stronger. Jodie Foster isn't human. RoboCop. Hey, I just wrote a movie. Yay.
You think your world is safe. It is an illusion. Enjoy these final moments of peace.
Star Trek's entire ad campaign hinged on the Britishly named Benedict Cumberbatch giving a drawn-out speech highlighting exactly why he so Britishly disdains humankind. Doesn't exactly ruin the plot, since characters with British accents are contractually obligated to be villains in anything with a budget over $100 million. But this trend is so prevalent in Marvel trailers, you can actually set your watch to it.
After all this time, it will be every man for himself.
Last year's Avengers trailer and this year's Thor trailer both spend the first 35 seconds exactly on Tom Hiddleston monologues over rapid fades between black screen and people just sort of going places, I guess.
In the end, after all this time.
It's gotten so noticeable, in fact, that when the new Captain America trailer started with Robert Redford's voiceover as comic book hero Alexander Pierce, it pretty much guaranteed that he's going to turn supervillain at some point during the film.
Captain.
To build a better world sometimes means tearing the old one down.
Well, that and the fact that he totally leaked he was the villain in a recent interview, and so, spoilers, I guess. Redford, you know? Good thinking, Sundance. Oh, real quick, while we're on the subject of bizarrely specific stuff that Marvel isn't ashamed to recycle, a quick look at guys saying funny things to redheads before jumping out of planes.
Go get him, boss.
You complete me?
The Captain America film took an Iron Man scene and added a new twist on it, the twist being just do the exact same thing.
You know, if you ask Kristen out from statistics, she'd probably say yes.
Too busy. Was he wearing a parachute? No.
Oh, okay, and then he dies, I guess. Roll credits. Wait, but he used a parachute in the Avengers when the exact same freaking scene happens between Captain America and the exact same redhead.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
There's only one God, man. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
It's like one of the producers has the brain injury from Memento, and everyone else just feels too bad to bring it up.
You feel it when I'm gone. I said I'm done.
The average color wheel contains 12 steps running the full array of vivid magic that is refracted light. And you see the color blue and the color yellow all the way on the opposite sides of the spectrum? Great! Congratulations, you are ready to make $1 billion in Hollywood. I could literally spend this entire video just on the fact that Hollywood's studio hierarchy is apparently run by the 10% of the population with red-green color blindness. Or hey, remember when exploding something in space didn't permanently look like a before shot to an antidepressant ad? So basically we have to eat the fact that Hollywood has boiled down 100 years of cinematic evolution to 2 colors. While watching the new Captain America trailer kill a couple hundred people in the span of a 7-second clip, you start to get a familiar feeling. The trailer for the last Star Trek killed more people than the Titanic in less than 10 seconds, but it's not just that blockbusters feel the need to kill more people than every Jurassic Park movie combined, or that they've done away with all the hogwash of making death a tangible concept with emotional consequences. You get the sense that all this death is happening because some behind-the-scenes breakthrough made it really cheap and super easy to make that wicked splashing effect you see right there. Explosion drums, or drumsplosions, is to 2013 what the Inception was to 2012. An audio cue for the audience to realize they're supposed to give a shit right about here. And just like the Inception sound, it's becoming less like a cue and more like a continuous nervous tick.
You even think about betraying her.
That was from New York.
I like her.
It's as if they can't decide what warrants the sound of a drumsplosion, so they just give it to everything. Flying chair, Natalie Portman slap, Thor is f*** you to earthen masonry, guy looking at camera for a moment. There is never a bad time to make it sound like the God of Thunder just slammed his car door really loud. 47 Ronin gives us a cavalcade of splody drums for everything from sword fighting to decorative statues.
There's no coming back.
By the end of that trailer, they're literally just throwing bullshit noises at us like a fed-up clown trying to entertain rowdy children.
Their army is infinite.
But the clear champion has to be the new RoboCop, which thinks we need the same heart-stopping musical cue for both a man being shot to death
This Detective Alex Murphy and Officer Down!
and laboratory tubing. So there you have it. Make sure your trailer does those few things, and you can skip the artistry and go straight to making huge igloos out of cocaine, I guess. That's what rich producers do, right? Fuck you, redhead!
Was he wearing a parachute? No. No, he wasn't.
Roll sound, roll cameras, and action.
Hey, we're doing these again. I'm Soren. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. Although if you haven't, I can't possibly believe why not. We've done like 1,000 of these things, and yet we still have to keep doing them. I don't know what to give you. I don't know what you want. Take anything. Take my shirt. Take my shoes. I don't care anymore. All right? You wanted this? You got it. All right? Are we happy now? Can we all subscribe, please?